Yo, what is good, guys? Your boy Miklik. Welcome back to another Haikyu video. I'm sorry this video was late. As most of the people know on my Discord, I have finally entered college and I already got dumped a lot of work and projects. So I'm in the middle of actually finishing them. And probably today I'm gonna finish most of the work and I might be streaming tomorrow or Sunday for Kaji number 8 or just Haikyu in general. But either way, uploads may slow down. I might not be able to do daily uploads, like as you guys can tell already. And the best I could probably do is 4 videos a week. So heading straight to the overview of Champions Trial. There's gonna be trial achievements. You can complete the achievements for badges, and then you can use those badges to go in trial store, and then you could get all these rewards. But to get the better rewards such as recruit tickets, you will need to increase your support level. And in order to increase your support level, you need support. So if you head to the top right, you can see the more support you get, the more you level up, and then you can claim all these rewards. There's also tactical study where you could get your tactical notes, and you can also change if you don't like what it is. Also, if this wasn't obvious, the more you clear the stages, the more your tactical support rarity goes up, and you know that just means you have to clear the stages more and then go to tactical supply. And then you have tactical gallery, and then you can see all the tactical notes here, and then you could just diverge between which ones you want. But mainly the supports are going to be used for new players, because since they didn't pay from global launch or they're not paid to win, and their skills are not going to be fully upgraded, meaning their rating is going to be low, and it's going to be hard for them to maximize their support level, and they won't get all the rewards. So putting support tactical notes will be useful, and I'm not saying if you're not new you shouldn't use it. You could 100% use it, because some of us might actually need that to maximize their support level, but it doesn't mean you have to prioritize every single note on support. And as we all know, if you ended up clearing the stages from today, you have to wait until it unlocks tomorrow, so you could keep going and getting those rewards. Also to mention, potentials or memories will not be counted towards your stats, only the skill levels and cheers, but they're all set to 4-star level 60. And this also means that the skill res will be viable, so for people who are paid to win or got treated very well with the gacha, will have a slight advantage because their stats will be up and they will just deal more output overall. But for tomorrow, when the extra stages unlock, you would most likely want to prioritize stamina, because if you're unlucky in the beginning, a player with a stamina below 40 will have a chance to enter recovery state and cannot be deployed until they have recovered, and that could ruin your plan to clearing your stages, because it might take out a player that was very essential to your team. Like for example, Ushijima, let's say he goes below 40, has a very high chance to not be able to be played in maybe 2 matches or so it will slow your completion overall, and you don't want that to happen. And this could be even used if you first started champion trial, because you still might get unlucky and your units fall below 40 stamina, and then bam, you don't have some of your units ready, and then your stages are not going to be delayed. And I'm not stopping you from getting anything like Burning Spirit or anything that can help your team like Service Ace, because these are very good because it increases awareness by 80% and guarantees a successful serve, and it will be good especially in Oikawa. So I'm not telling you guys to just forcefully get stamina, but it is very crucial, just slightly bit more than others, so that your units don't get stuck, because if you don't have many characters, then you may want to conserve your stamina, so it will be important to have. But if you do have a lot of characters, you could always sacrifice some characters just in case you don't have the right stamina, or you feel like you're going to lose a character when going into the match. For example, I have Ushijima here. I could put Daichi here because he does give stamina back with his receive skill, and even if there's a chance that he gets taken out with recovery state, it's okay, because then I have Ushijima. So there's a lot of backups you could do. Again, it might screw with your team, so you don't actually have to do it. But if you also don't have Nishinoya on S2, it will be a little bit of an issue, because he will definitely go below 40 stamina, and you would want to negate it with the tactic cards, or else you will be out, and he's technically your only libero, and then the rest of the liberos are all SRs, so you might not have your skills leveled up at all, but you could replace it at the end of the day. You would just have a slight disadvantage. As you can see here, Training Supply 2, when any player on your side has less than 40 stamina, restores 37 stamina to that player, so it can help maintain your players on the court and essentially make sure they are not in the zone of recovery state. Same goes for any other stamina tactic, so just keep this in mind. If you're confused with stamina distribution, this could actually help a lot with Asahi. I'm pretty sure it means, correct me if I'm wrong, if your players usually end up using more than 30 stamina per turn, then this is going to stop it from going over 30 stamina. It would just keep it at max 30 stamina, so this could work well with Asahi and stuff. Once you get the higher rarities of these, like stamina distribution 3 or so, it will be less, like 25 stamina per turn or 20, I'm not sure, but it will be less, and it could stop your team from going above a certain stamina, which would be very good. And stamina training, because in stamina training, it reduces the duration of players' recovery state by 1 matches. So if your player does get into recovery state, boom, you have stamina training too, and then it's 1 less match, and then you could go back to your regular flow. There's also warm-up exercise too, which is very good because it reduces the chances of players entering recovery state by 30%, and it's a huge amount, again, if your players usually go below 40 stamina, just like Nishinoya, so this could help a bunch. And again, you can spread it out. You could also have a few of your power attacks depending on the recommended thing. You could obviously throw in a bit of support, so then you could receive 350 support when the match ends, and essentially the 2 things you want to prioritize is support and stamina. In my opinion, I think if you're new, it's important to go for the support because you might not be well enough to go into the other stages. Then you could also combine it with the stamina. So down the higher stages, you have a higher chance to not hear players zoned out. You could also combine your tactical notes if you hit combine, and then you could just combine whatever 3 you want, and it randomly creates you a tactical note of equal or higher rarity. And it's only worth using on the tactical notes that you know you're not going to use. So do this with caution, and you're most likely doing fine if you've already got past the stages. This is essentially just a video of what you could do, and it could help you whenever the stage unlocks, depending on what time this video releases. And also what you can usually do is push as much of the stage as you can first, and then when you're stuck, you go to the buff stage, and then you go back to the main stage, and then you rinse and repeat every single thing. So it's just a thing you could do. And also your main team's probably working just fine. You might not have to do readjustments. It just depends on the stamina. And some people might not have trouble with stamina, so they could use other things. And a lot of people may get lucky and not experience a recovery state, which is very good at the end of the day. But you don't want to risk it, so do what you will. And also if you realized I'm whispering now because I'm starting to record this a little late, and if I wake up my parents, it's over. So I'm gonna end the video now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will make sure I stream Sunday for Kaiju number 8 and Haikyu Fly High. Make sure to join the Discord, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.